Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and some more Star Wars Battlefront 2 news. I didn't think we were gonna get much until the update next week, but there was actually a new podcast that came out today, the community podcast that the EA are doing with some of the community managers over at EA from the different franchises, including of course Ben for Star Wars, so that's the part I focused on obviously. And he had some quite interesting things to say there that relates both to May and to June, which I thought I wanted to bring up in this video, because as of right now we pretty much only know that we are getting the new Capital Supremacy map, obviously, and the Heroes versus Villains changes, as well as some hero changes like the Blaster hero buffs, Boba Fett recovery, and similarly. But first of all, he did indeed confirm that it is Camino or Theed that's coming in May, and then the other one in June, so, well, not really a surprise to anyone, but those are the 4 maps we are getting in total. And then he did also say in regards to this month's update that there are other bits and pieces going into the update this month. Community transmission is in the works for this, but I'm not sure when that comes out, so I can't go into specifics in this podcast because obviously there's a couple of days of delay before the podcast goes live. So it seems like we are getting a separate community transmission that is not the release notes, and that it obviously has to be something fairly significant for it to warrant a community transmission of its own. So I'm really curious what this could be. I don't think it would be something as big as like reinforcements or similarly, because I feel like maybe they would have announced them in advance. But I don't know, something that requires a community transmission. I'm curious, what do you guys think? Is it just like a skin or two? Something that changes the game, or a content, or I don't know. I would really curious to hear what you guys might think, because I don't really have any good guess for it if I'm going to be completely honest. But if we then move on to June, we don't know much about June other than of course another prequel Capital Supremacy map. But we do have EA Play where we will have Fallen Order, but Ben did also say June. I'm looking forward to June. That's all I'm saying right now. It's a very good month for Star Wars. And we'll keep going. We can't stop. We won't stop. So, I mean, he said that multiple times now out on Reddit and obviously in this podcast as well. And, I mean, it's not obviously some definitive news, but the fact that they are saying that they're looking forward to June a lot means that hopefully they do have something significant in store for us. I'm really curious what this could be. And I still think that content-wise, what makes the most sense would probably be more reinforcements based on how well the previous ones were received. And also, I would imagine that maybe they on purpose don't want to reveal this on the roadmap, because they could have a bigger reveal at EA Play. I mean, just look at the amazing reception they got last year when Dennis was on the stage and announced all the Clone Wars content. So if they decide to reveal the June patch or the June content at EA Play, that makes sense, and that's probably why they wouldn't update the roadmap. I mean, one thing is for certain, we're not just getting a new Capital Supremacy map in June, because in that case they wouldn't talk so fondly about June and Battlefront 2 and similarly. So they have still not confirmed that Battlefront 2 will be at EA Play. I mean, the patch or whatever content is coming out is still coming nevertheless, I'd imagine. But whether or not they're going to have an announcement, a stream, or anything like that, they have not yet said. I really hope so, because I think it would be amazing if we got both Battlefront 2 and Fallen Order stuff over there. So that's what I'm really hoping to see. But I think in the coming weeks we'll probably know more about if we are getting stuff at EA Play for Battlefront 2. And also within the coming days probably we'll have that extra community transmission and see what surprise thing we are getting in May. Again, please leave your guesses in the comments below, because I'm really curious myself as to what it could be. Lastly, Ben did also confirm that there will be more Anakin tweaks coming into the game, but they're not sure if that's going into next week's update or the patch after that, so we probably won't know until the release notes are out. And I would really hope that the next thing they do is nerf the duration of retribution, because that is honestly the biggest issue for me right now. The fact that you're disabled in the air for so long that anyone can shoot you down from full health if you are a hero. So that's the main thing I really hope they're gonna do with Anakin, nerf his retribution. But that's all the news I got for you today. Also a reminder that if you want to get 30% off G Fuel, you can do that with code SHEEV until the 21st. So 30% off your entire order. And if you want to pick up like a starter pack or something, that's also a really good time for that, considering that I think they're like $15 minus the 30%, plus the shipping, of course, which is very little if you live in the US and a little bit more if you live in Europe or similarly. Sugar-free, healthy energy drinks that I drink during all my streams. You've probably seen it by now. code SHEEV, link is in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the force be with you.